Mike, in terms of your network, what kinds of issues are your journalists raising in terms of countering misinformation about different communities, or even just sort of shedding light in terms of how people can be anti-racist, how people can be more inclusive? Because sometimes we throw these things around and then people are frozen. They're not exactly sure what they can do that would be proactive, that would move the agenda forward.
Superb. Yeah, again, another great question, because I think that gets to the heart of the matter here, which is essentially how can things change, right? In the UK, where our context is, we've got a double-edged fight almost, right? First is waking people up to the fact that things aren't as great as you think they are, which for some people can be jostling. But then what we do next is go, here's all the different ways you can fix it. And at the Common Sense Network, you know, we're really privileged because we have a lot of journalists with lived experiences and what they're talking about. So they don't caricature the story. They don't. All the faux pas aren't there of of using the wrong terms or of being so kind of quick to get the story out that you forget about treating all the people you're talking about like individual people, which they are. And all these different things is why I think alternative news outlets are on the rise, because people are looking for news that's not just profit driven, news that's not just quick and salacious, but they're looking for community reporting, public interest news, news that actually brings communities together rather than just simply tearing them apart. These are the kind of issues we're tackling. These are kind of issues journalists are writing about. And to the point about how we solve things, well, for me, it's all about community, right? And this is one of the major things tech has allowed us to be able to do, is to build a digital community, if you like, of people who are, again, tired of the mainstream kind of structures, tired of the way things are, and hungry for genuine change. And we do that online. So I know people who consume our content who I've never met, never met in real life, and I guess because of COVID, we all probably know what that's like, having colleagues that perhaps we haven't met yet. Altogether, tech allows us to create communities that, quite frankly, we can't wait for the powers that be to create them for us. So we're organizing, we're rallying, we're lending strength to each other. And altogether, that community is growing. We're talking thousands and thousands of young people here who are tired and who are ready for things to change.